Hello, people. All right, so the reason I'm fully dressed, I went to the barbers. They weren't there, so I came back home. Something popped up in my mind, which this video is going to be about. And then after I'm done, I'm going to go back out. These barbers, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about your life. They don't care how you look like. They can tell you, I'm going to be there at 10 a.m. They don't show up. And so you're out there looking like a waste man, all scruffy out. And all the girls looking and saying, why would I want to be with this waste man? Thank you very much, my barbers. Anyway, let's get to the video. I'm so guilty of this. One person will do something absolutely crap, absolutely horrible. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh shit, man, society's fucked up. Like, whoa, slow down, Alex. When you actually think about it, society is not fucked up. It's a handful of people within society that's fucked up. Humanity, I would think, is the collective majority of humans on the planet. So why is your faith lost in humanity, the collective, when one person does stupid shit? Why has the rest of the people, the 7 point whatever billion, have to be labeled as fucked up for one person's actions? I'm truly guilty of it too. When I see bad news, I see, like, I live in London, so when you see stabbings and fucking knife crime rising, I tend to be like, man, what has this world come to? And then I realize it's not the world. It's a handful of people. The handful of people cannot be the world. We need to put more faith, more trust in people. We need to be on team human. I really do think that we need to try and get away from the mentality that the actions of a few people, the actions of 50,000, even 200,000 people do not determine the current state of society, do not determine the current mindset of the people living in this world. I think it's important for us not to take a handful of people and use them as the poster child for what the world is currently going through. All right, so when you see people like the guy in Las Vegas who did a horrific crime, and then you see people typing or commenting, the world has gone into disarray. What has the world come to? What has society come to? Society hasn't come to anything. Again, I need to practice this because because it is human nature, I tend to say, what has the world come to? What has society come to? But when I think about it, why should I allow one person's actions, no matter how devastating it may be, a group's actions, no matter how irrational they may be and destructive they may be, why should I use that and stick it on the wall to say this is what the world has come to? What about the rest of the people who are not doing that? Why should they be labeled as this is what society has come to? Well, they're not doing anything. They're witnessing these atrocities just like you. 7 point how many billion people on this earth? If the world did truly come to what we thought it did when we see people doing stupid shit, trust me, a lot of people will be dead by now. The population would decrease very, very fast. We need to try and come to that realization that people are good. We trust people. When we walk out of our house, we trust people not to do anything to us. Subconsciously, we don't make that decision. I'm going to trust you, like walking past the person. I'm going to trust you not to do anything to me. We do that subconsciously. If people were truly bad, we wouldn't be able to do that. We would be paranoid as fuck every time we step out the yard. We'd be cautious and vigilant as fuck every time we step out the yard. That's not what we do because people are good. And we know that people are good. And our mind knows that people are good. That's why we're able to just walk the streets and be ourselves and not worry about what the next person's going to do to us. If the world wasn't like that, if people were truly bad, if the humanity was truly bad, we won't be able to do that. So I need you to think about that. That's important. You know, we are drawn to negativity. We are. It's like our mind is more focused on that negativity because it is disrupting what the norm is or what the norm should be like, which is positivity and everybody just, not harming anyone. So of course, when we see something that's the odd one out, which is the anomaly, we're going to focus on that. But then if someone is the odd one out, if that is the odd one out, it's odd one out for a reason. Odd one out means you're not within the norm of what everyone else is doing. So if that it really is the odd one out, how can you say you lost faith in humanity? That's a contradiction. The people that are killing 50 people in one inning, like that waste man in Las Vegas, all these people are doing stupid shit, they're odd one out in the macro. The grand scheme of things, they are odd one out because the majority are stunningly good and not doing that. So if they are the odd one out, you can't then say in the same sentence, what has humanity come to? Because humanity can't be the odd one out. I think we need to speak about positivity more. We need to be optimistic more. Because usually when positive things happen, we don't speak about it. We think it. That's the problem. When negativity happens, we see it, we think about it, and we speak about it. When positivity happens, we see it, we think about it, but we're silent. Why are we silent when positive things happen? Why aren't we quick to praise positivity as much as we are quick to denounce negativity and quick to say, what has the world come to? What has humanity come to? Why are we so quick to point out a person's wrong, but when we see a person's right, we just think it in our head that's right, but we don't say it? See, if we say it, even if it's the littlest thing, the most minor thing, if we say it, I think the tide can turn in terms of people stopping to say humanity is not like this. Society is not like I thought it was just because one person. I think if we speak about it and not close in our thoughts on positivity, not hold on to our positivity, but we spread it and speak about it, I think serious mental changes can happen. Because again, I am guilty of allowing a few people's actions to determine the macro picture, which doesn't make sense to me. Because I'm saying these people are odd one out, yet I'm saying they are the poster child for the majority of people. How can that possibly be? And so, Team Human, guys, Team Human, all right? We're good people. We're stunningly good people. Like, over the long term, positivity just by 1% always seems to tip negativity on its back. And I think we need to be thankful of that. Because if the world truly was how we thought it is after a destructive event happens, we would know about it. We would know about it. The fact that we're still here is something to think about. Something for myself to ponder, because I am guilty. But when I think about it, I do realize that it doesn't make sense for one person's actions to dictate how I should view society. I know that the majority of people aren't doing this. So it's not fair for the majority of people to get labeled like that. So Team Human, guys, positivity always wins, always wins. Again, short term, we're always drawn to the negativity, but we're still here. We're still here. We've evolved and we'll continue to evolve because overall, over fucking all, we're good people. We're good fucking people. And I want everybody to remember that because the next tragedy will happen. Another tragedy will happen because humans are this way and that way. Mostly this way. It's just a handful of people that are this way. But when that does happen, and please don't say you lost faith in humanity. Realize that it's only the actions of a few. Realize that humanity is not doing this. The collective majority is not doing this. We need to remember that people are good the next time something like this happens. And we need to speak about positivity more and not close it to ourselves. Last but not least, she asked, so she shall receive. Shout out to Hanya. I appreciate you and thank you for the meetup. I really enjoyed it. Really excited for what you have going on. Can't wait to hear your story and to actually be along with you on a journey, not actually literally beside you, but communicating and all that good stuff. Thank you for encouraging me to take on this Japan shit because I don't think I would have done it without you and Saeed. Shout out to Saeed as well. So thank you, Hanya. There's your shout out. Now go run with it. Run into the sunset. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go back to the barbers and see if they're open. Lord of mercy, I'm looking like a waste man out here in these streets. So, それでは、また会いましょうね。